Morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. All right. All right. So, October 1st, we're back at it. Hopefully, you guys are good. Okay. Having a good morning. Good morning, guys. So, everybody woke up excited this morning for what is about to come. They're back now, man. They're back now. Um, so no need to miss it anymore. I'm back, fully back. Well, I guess try to be. Um, so yeah, am I or do you guys hear me or not? Sometimes I need to just check. Some yeah, okay. Great, 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 great. Anyways, um yeah, like I said, October 1st was for me a date to look out to. Um well, mainly with everything going on, of course. September was like closure month for me. Not saying I closed everything, but yeah, I had a lot of practical stuff to do. Um, well, cleaning out the house. Um, so yeah, but again, like I said, uh, back to normal from today. Um, Gradually picking up everything again. These AMAs, I call them TMT Talks. Again, like I said the other day, I said last week, I really want to focus this around questions you have, thoughts you want to talk about. Just let me close half of the Bitcoin long that I still have on. Close. I'll get to the market in a bit. Things looking healthy, but we're entering resistance territory. Anyways, so yeah, there will be a lot more blah blah from me in this month. But like I said, I want to focus these talks around your questions, your thoughts. Of course, we'll do some analysis and I will try and see where we can, well, look at trades or whatever. But like I said, my niche is, of course, mindset, trading psychology. So we'll talk about that a lot too. Um, yeah, Ian, good to see you here. I read about your struggle. So if you want, we can, you have a session scheduled for last October, I guess. So if you want, we can see if we can reschedule or take it back to make it earlier. But just DM me and let me know. We'll sort it out. Um, so yeah, good to see you here and good to see everybody. All right. Are there any things, thoughts you guys have, questions you want me, themes, subjects you want me to talk about today? Um, yeah, Bitcoin strong here. Just took out my PP, but I'm leaving some open. Let me close down this. All right. Yeah, that's something you need to do. Just sometimes we need to have a full reset, factory reset. Well, maybe factory will take us to a blank state, which is not always good, but yeah, sometimes we need a soft or a hard reset, right? Um, so yeah, this was the Bitcoin idea I shared yesterday. Bounced perfectly off my point of interest. I eventually entered on the reclaim of this 54-hour EMA. But for now, what I'm looking at is this long. I, yeah, I do think we're heading. Well, we're about to enter Will's entry, I think, and then it's also Soul's entry. So we have different entries on the short here from this area, um, which isn't weird, but I do like an intraday long from the previous day high. We're sweeping previous week high right now. But honestly, yeah, Um, Everybody is always talking about manipulation, but basically the question is there really manipulation? Yeah, there are market makers, big market makers that um, but couldn't it be just people who like to sell, right? And I think a lot of people are bearish. Go look on your time scale timelines. A lot of people expect lower. Um, yeah, and the market likes to do mostly do opposite of what everybody thinks. So yeah, is it possible? Is manipulation? Yeah, of course. But I think what you need to go off is just technical analysis and see what's happening on the chart right now. And right now we're breaking out of this. Well, how you can call it a range. And I think this tells you there's volume in the market. Could still be manipulation, but yeah. Um, does it mean that if it goes and it keeps going, that it's not manipulation, and then if we get back down, that it is manipulation? It's a kind of a vague um, thing, or yeah, you can always see things as in my opinion as manipulation, but basically what you just see on the chart, if you take out the manipulation out of it. Why? Because that'll make you believe that it's not your trade is not in your control, and your trade is always in your control. You're able to get out. I think Soul is a good relentless Soul is a good example of that. He can quickly flip biases, being in a short, cutting it, going long, especially if you trade and scalp trade. Right now, you can say, okay, manipulation, so I might not take a long here. But at the same time, if your TA is telling you to long, why wouldn't you long? The market right now is going up, right? So if I'm long, I'm right. So if I'm wrong, that's why I left 25% of this trade open as a runner. It hit my full TP, but I do believe that there is a possibility we go to previous month high and higher. So that this is just the start of everything. But if I think why people are sidelined way too long a lot of times is because we talk about market makers and we talk about manipulation and we talk about short squeezes and long squeezes and future, or like you say, like the perpetual squeezes, right? Um, Possibility, yes, but at the same time, possibility we move higher. So we just got to go off the way we trade and how we trade. And it goes for everybody who trades on their own way, trying to get as less, how do you say it? Don't be too much steered by what other people say. And of course, in this market, there is PTSD from well last year and last November, and yeah, there are a lot of times in the market where we thought everything was starting to align and everything was starting to go up and up season, up only season, and then eventually, well, um, in Dutch we say we came home from a cold fair. We kwamen thuis van een koude kermis. Anyways, but yeah, I think it's wait and see. And like I said, for now, I do like a long. Um, with everything we've going on here. I haven't been like completely inactive on the charts, and I've been looking at ways or different ways to trade, or just getting back to even more the basics. Like I said the other day, I was trading a lot. I developed or worked a lot on that 3 bar reversal indicator. Um, but I think I mentioned it the other way or the other day that I do believe that um, tunneled my vision on the chart. So basically, what I'm back at is still trading the 3 bar reversal, but not showing it on the chart like with the indicator, because I just want to go off what I see. And like now, okay, this golden pocket is not this golden pocket anymore, by the way, as we move higher right now. So it becomes here, which is still a nice entry, as you can see. Um, Thanks, Dabs. I'm fine, man. I'm fine for now. Yeah, yeah. We'll do some crying sessions maybe later on. No. Anyways, so yeah, my explanation for why I think we could have a nice opportunity here. As you can see, we had resistance here, and if we look back, um, there's a lot of price tapping this area, so this was nice. We had this big bounce here of a fair value gap on the hourly. This is the, like what I shared yesterday. We had that golden pocket of this move up here. We had a fair value gap, and we have the 50 and the 200 4-hour EMA. We had the 1 hour and the 1 hour 50 and the 200 EMA, and I added this because I like the way Sherlock traded the 12 EMA on the daily, so the 1 day 12 EMA. These kind of EMAs is what I use for confluence, and then I look for an entry. An entry most of the time will still be a 3-bar reversal, as that is telling you that buyers or sellers stepping in. For me, could also be like how do you say it? Um, yeah, sorry, just searching for the word. Um, anyways, I'll tell later. Can be different ways, but like the main one I use for me is the 3-bar reversal. Um, Again, there's different ways of seeing or trying to see when buyers do or do not step in. Again, Bitcoin strong at the moment. I took this short also, so it's not it's not only rainbows and butterflies and whatever, however you want to call it. Yeah, this bit me in the ass, right? Um, which is okay. We can take. I had the longs on, so I was trying to look for a short. The idea was we did a 1 hour 3-bar reversal after we had the 12 1 day 12 EMA here below trading. So that's the coffee machine. We lost the 200 EMA on the 4 hours and the 1 hour. So, and we lost the 50 EMA on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So that was my call to short. But well, you see where this ended up. That's why we always have stop losses in place, right? So yeah, never chase candles in this case. So we don't go long here right now just because we see some strength in the market. What we do is we wait, and I will wait in this case for a possible reversal. And as you can see, golden pocket is not aligning anymore with, especially not from here. We can go lower, or we take the lowest low here. Then we have a golden pocket lower. So we leave that. We just have to see if we get back to here what the reaction is. And yeah, it could still be a fake out above this, but there's definitely some strength with everything going on. So, yeah, and the rest I haven't been, like I said, this one we can take it out because that was a quick. And as you can see right now, a lot of coins on this pump are breaking highs. You can see we had a break of this low, and now we had break. Basically, we have a market structure shift. And as you can see here, we back above the 1 day 12 EMA. So yeah, a lot of big moves to the upside. I was looking at algo. I had this on a higher time frame. I'm looking at this. I'm looking for the break here. As you can see, we have a bullish falling wedge on a higher. Well, let's make it 12-hour. Here, and it's been like ranging in this area for like a really long time, and now it's trying to break out. So a 4-hour close above the 1 day 12 EMA could be a nice opportunity to long, even though you could still say, yeah, but we had this move down. So basically we're still in this wedge, right? And you know what they say, if you trade trend lines or you trade pattern, always wait for a confirmed breakout. And there's different ways to trade it. Sherlock likes to well, what he says is if you have a 1 day close above a certain point, that's your breakout. If any of you ever watched my breakout breakdown strategy that I traded like a long, long time ago, um, you will know that I always wait for a confirmed close and then for a confirmed candle above for a breakout and then a retest. So again, different ways of trading, different ways of looking at charts, um, and I think that is also at the same time the biggest um, advantage of having this Discord and having all these traders because well everybody trades in a different way. You can follow along on what you like following Sol if you like short scalp trades, following Sherlock if you like the more higher time frame trades. Even though he mentioned I think yesterday or the day before that he will go and focus on more intraday trades until market really picks a side. So again, what I'm looking at here, higher time frame, is the previous month high um, as an area of interest. Um, the reason, mainly the reason for, I think, the shorts here is that we have a lot of confluence and then this high just now been taken out. But if you look at where we are, fib wise, then you see right now we're at the 786. So let's zoom in so you can see it more clearly. It's the 786, so we're breaking above it now, and let's see if we can, well, closing below this could mean we pull back. Closing above could mean we move higher, in my opinion, and then take our previous month high. And that would then be the area to see for a reaction if we might head down again. But for now, eyes are on this 115, 600 around that was like Will's entry, and also Sol's entry, I guess. Yeah, 115, 462 with a stop loss, 4-hour close above 116.039, which is this high. That's why, like I said, if we close this 4-hour, you can close, if you're following Sol trade, we close this 4-hour candle in 3 hours from now. If we close it above this high, you can call it a day and call it quits. And that's why, especially, I think people who like to trade higher time frames. Okay, this is better. Why you always wait for candle closures. And I think, especially if you're someone who tries to trade higher time frame, what I see a lot of people do is they trade higher time frames and then their entry comes and they they don't stop staring at the chart. So let's say you enter a trade on a 4-hour time frame. The only thing that matters is the 4-hour closures. And I think that is where a lot of people go wrong and getting obsessed too much with the trades they have running. So if you have a swing trade, you don't need to check the daily, or you don't need to check the 1-minute chart. You don't need to check the 15-minute chart, because what matters is if I enter a trade of my 4-hour confluences, why would I bother about 50 minutes? We all know that price can go up and go down and go up and go down. I mean, every 4-hour candle that you see consists of 16 15-minute candles. And all these 15-minute candles, well, as you can see here, they move from, in this case, this was the Bitcoin 4-hour candle that moved from 111K all the way to 114.5K. Well, it went down, so from 114 to 111. So yeah, if you then look and zoom in on the 15 minutes, that's even, well, that will tune in more into your emotions in mind. So yeah, we could be like looking at this continuously saying, okay, is it closing? It's closing. Now the close is still 3 hours away. So 1-hour close is about to the 1 hour is about to close in 1 minute. And well, could be a sign of strength if it closes. Um, but yeah, at the same time, we just have to wait and see. So that's mainly, like I said, my idea is there's a probability, well, there's always a probability, right? That we see higher, but there was a good candle, especially if it closes like this. It's not like a doji candle, no, it's like a real, has a real big body. Um, so yeah, um, definitely. And as you can see here also, there's, well, buyers stepping in, there's a lot of buyers. 116,039. Well, we just, we will close just above, just below. So not really telling. And that's again, wait for the 4 hour and we'll see what we had. We could even head to here in that 4 hours and then go down. Sometimes you see these massive wick candles. Um, but again, uh, for any short, I'm still in that long, but I will probably be looking at these highs and see what the reaction is here. Um, but yeah, if we do eventually get this move up, um, well, you know what I'm in favor of, right? So yeah, that's chart wise. We can have a quick look at the dominance chart. Where is this heading for? Let's see if we extend this one. Well, not really a clean one, right? We have big deviations below it. But as you can see, Bitcoin dominance falling right now, which is good, by the way. Bitcoin dominance falls while Bitcoin pumps. That means that we see alts even move better, as you can see here. Ethereum. Oh yeah, I'm still have a long on Ether running. Took partial profits though, but I think I have it still open. Yeah, still going, still going. Which is all good. As you can see here, we reclaiming, but again, it's 4 hours, so um, we don't know until we close. But for now, this 4 hour candle at this point looks good. But again, we had a big dump here, so we have a lot of imbalances to be filled. We have a fair value gap here, previous week high. Again, I do believe at some point we'll see previous month high being taken. Are you talking about Ethereum? Or are we talking about Bitcoin dominance? Because I was already at the Ether chart. Um, tell me which chart, USDT. I was on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Oh, you're talking about USDT daily. I'll tell about FTX in a bit depths. Let's see. Yeah, it's in a daily fair value gap. You could say so. Here we have a fair value gap on the daily with the 50 EMA. So yeah, possible, definitely possible. And as you can see also, if you look at this move up, and just make it in GP, where are we then? Let's see. Okay, so like this. So yeah, this is definitely an area where we could see some sort of bounce on USDT dominance. But you can see other dominance moving up, but we have still this. Why is Kate here? Anyway, USDT dominance. So yeah, daily fair value gap here with a golden pocket and a 50 EMA. So you guys I like to trade the daily or the 50 EMA. It's the daily 50 EMA. So yeah, we could see a bounce here. If you look at it TA wise, and then if you look at but we could also head for previous week's low. We're now losing previous day low, so that's also good. Where we can see a small retracement here. Remember that we talk about up only season because that will feel like it's up only, but it doesn't mean that once that comes or before that comes that we don't see what we have seen before, like price go up, price go a little bit down, then move back up. They need fuel, so usually what you see is when prices retraces, that's well to get some more fuel to eventually move higher. What the FTX thing was, Dabs. FTX was well went bust at some point, and took with it a lot of customer funds. Um, I don't know the exact reason why it went bust. Well, it was just not solvent, I think, anymore. So um, eventually, and that's been a long while. Um, People that had their tokens or their money on the FTX exchange at the time, um, they will get a compensation payout, which means that they will get, um, I'm not sure, an amount on every dollar they had on there. So if you had one Bitcoin there, you will get an X amount back, um, adding up to a lot of money. And I think right now or yesterday evening there was this 1.5 billion dollars in customer funds that people got compensated. So these payouts will just be sent back to people. Um, and I'm not sure if it's sent in dollars or on chain in USDT or I do know it was. I I think I do know it's in dollars, but not sure how people. Well, and what we do think, or what if you try to think straight about that, is that you probably will see a lot of these funds going back into the market. Um, yeah, exactly. Let's say if you've been waiting for your money for so long, because it's been years and years. I think it was FTX in 20, not sure, 20, well, somewhere. I think it's been even 10 years, something like that. You get that amount of money back. Um, yeah, it could have been seen as a catalyst to get the market rolling again. But again, a lot of times, what 80% or 90% of people expects doesn't happen. Um, so yeah, it's not always how do you say it? It's not always as straightforward. When was the FTX collapse? Oh no, it was in 2022. So that's not 10 years. There was another one. But it was with how does this yeah man, the guy with the curly hair. 2022. So yeah, but still, that's like 3 years waiting for your money. Uh, well, all right, guys. Anyways, any other things you want me to discuss to talk? I'll keep it. I'll keep the sessions a little bit shorter for now, um, and I will try to do them daily. So, well, uh, and if I do, like I said, there's a couple of things you can um, expect from me going forward, which is well the free one-on-one sessions, of course, that you can just uh, let me know in DMs, and I will put you on the list. October is fully booked, but well, like I said, if I'm more here, if more full time in here, you can let me know, and I can try to well to see if I can fit some more in. Um, I will try to do some more analysis, trades whenever I feel like fit. But again, the main focus for me, especially if we do now have these many traders, uh, is well on the trading psychology side, and it's on the how do you say the mindset side of this, and also the Q and A's like these, the talks. Um, just spread the word. If you're a beginner in here and you want to ask your doubts or well think that you have some stupid questions you want to ask. Because again, what I always say is that the only stupid question is the question that you don't ask. Um, so yeah, please feel free to well to have a conversation with me in here, have a free one-on-one with me in here. Um, or if you do have any subjects or themes or whatever you want me to discuss during these talks, please let me know. You can do so through DMs or discussion room, whatever. Anyways, yeah, if I see something that's interesting, I will let you guys know. If not, I will just be here back tomorrow around the same time. Sometimes a little sooner, sometimes a little later. But Yeah, you can expect me almost daily right now in here. Thank you guys for being on here again, and we'll talk again soon. Ciao. Bye bye.